you know, money can fix stuff, but you can't buy the pride and the win, can you?
This is true.
What's up, everybody? We're here at Haul Tech USA. I'm here with Rick and his gorgeous Mustang. Rick, first off, what year is this Mustang?
2003.
And it's a legit Terminator?
Legit Terminator.
Man, you'll see in the B-roll, people will see just how nice this car is. And, you know, it's the LS power plant. Who built the engine?
MJE.
So the MGE built engine, twin turbo LS deal. Super awesome car. How did you come across this car and decide to build it to this level?
Well, you know, I was looking for a car. I had a nitrous car. And I did like the twin turbo, you know, cars. My brother has one. I came across my nephew, Johnny. He had his friend who had his car, and it was really, really well done. It was not built. It was all prefab, not finished. But we kind of went through the deals and said, okay, let's buy it and let's make it happen. So that's what we did. We had a lot of team behind us with CPR and my nephew. We had a lot of collaboration, and we came to this beautiful car, and we're here today.
Beautiful is an understatement. Like when this thing rolled up, like I kept seeing all the different details on how nice it is. I mean, yes. The interior on the car, was it important for you to have a build that was this clean? That's
my main goal. I'm really meticulous on my stuff. I just don't want to put together and all chop. I like to make it simple and clean, and that's pretty much where, if you look at it, it's pretty well done. Oh,
it's a show car. Like it legit looks like something you'd see at the car show at an NMRA race or something like that versus on the track. So, I mean, it's the paintwork on it's outstanding and everything else. You know, why did you decide to go with the LS deal on the car?
That came with the package, actually. We just pretty much took what we had and put it all together, you know, to make it where we're at today.
Put the ingredients in the stew and throw it in the oven kind of deal?
Pretty much, yeah.
And again, just the fab work and everything on this car is just absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
And, you know, what made you want to make the switch from nitrous to a turbo deal?
Well, I have the nitrous car also still.
Oh, so you still got it?
I still have it. I like the potential with the twin turbos. I like the different pulling. It's just a different feel from a nitrous car.
You got to have different tools for different warfare, right?
Yes.
And speaking of which, I know that you said this is going to be a no-time car. Like, you know, prep stuff with it. Is it going to be pretty much get in where you fit in?
I'm going to get in where I fit in. I'm going to try to do as much as I can racing. We're busy, but I want to try to make some noise out there.
Well, you got to with a car like this. I mean, it's too pretty to leave in a garage and not do anything with, right?
This is true.
Now, as far as your goals with the build, once you get out there, is it just be as fast as you can and just do what you got to do?
Yeah, you know, I put the balls to the walls, and I just I'm not afraid to blow it up. I just want to go fast and make some people cry.
Man of my own heart, you know, not afraid to drive over the crank to turn on the wind light, right?
That's right.
Because, you know, money can fix stuff, but you can't buy the pride and the win, can you?
This is true. 100%.
There's nothing better than that feeling going out and just stomping somebody and just having that win, right?
It's the best feeling.
Now, is there anybody else you need to thank or anybody you need to give shout-outs to about this build?
You know, Nick and Jake from CPR. You know, Jake did a fantastic job on this car. My nephew, Johnny, he's been with us through day one, collaborating with Nick and Jake, making the right decisions with them, and it just all came together. Haul Tech, we have the whole system of Haul Tech in here. We have sensors on everything inside this car, all through Haul Tech. So pretty much all Haul Tech, CPR, Jake, Nick, Johnny, my nephew, they did an outstanding job and made my life easier, and I'm just pretty much here to drive it.
Drive it and have fun. But, you know, it was interesting kind of seeing you go through the process here at Haul Tech over basically 2 days to dial this car in. And, like, you guys really, I don't think people appreciate how much work goes into something like this before you take it to the track.
Yeah, we've been here. We drove up here from Illinois. We're in Kentucky now. It was about a 7-hour drive, and we had no sleep for 2 days, basically. We finished late last night with some good information on the data. And now today we're just fine-tuning it and we're ready to head back.
And that data, that makes it worth it because it saves you guys the time to have to deal with this at the track and, you know, that typical BS, right?
Listen, Rick from Haul Tech, genius. I mean, this guy put this car, dial it in, I mean, to the T. So you couldn't, the data we did in a day and a half would take us 10, 15 days on track time.
Oh,
Just to try to find to where we're at now. So coming here was just the greatest thing we can do.
It's amazing how much technology has really changed how we can dial in these cars and how fast you can get rolling, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you fine tune these cars, and just by us being on a dyno, seeing the difference of a little more boost here and EGTs here and timing. So it's a lot that goes into it, but on the dyno, it's much easier to fine tune it without having to waste days and days and days and weeks and months at the track.
Loading up a car, making the hits.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about conditions. It's striking the tires. It's very scientific, right?
Correct.
It's like the phrase I like is you are measuring once and cutting once.
This is true.
Now, was there anything that's kind of surprised you about the car so far that was a pleasant surprise, or has it been as you'd expect?
You know, they had the car for a little while at CPR, you know, so I just got to see pictures of it and back and forth because I was busy. But when I saw the car in reality, in physical seeing it, it was just the details of what they did were so nice. And you'll see it if you come and see the car, the way we hid the wires and the cleanliness of everything. So I'm pleasantly surprised on the whole thing. Even the hot horsepower we made, I'm in pretty good awe about where it's at right now.
Yeah, you mentioned the hidden the wires. I didn't even think of that. When you look at this car, it reminds me of a high-end show car that you don't see any of the sensor wires. Because this is a street car too. I didn't see any.
This is a street car.
That was the other thing. Is it
power windows, power door locks, power trunk, power mirrors.
So you're gonna do some True Street related stuff with it potentially,
I'd like to do whatever I fall into, I'll race.
Drag and drive, whatever you can get it done with.
This is true.
That's awesome. Well, man, thank you so much for showing your car.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you get a chance, check this car out the track. You will not be disappointed.